That day Kenechukwu's world began to unravel. Lagos was unusually quiet. No horns, no shouting Danfo conductors. Just the sharp beep of his mother's pulse monitor in the run-down hospital ward. His mother, Mama Ifeoma, had fainted that morning, blood coming from her nose. Her eyes sunk deep, like she'd seen death before it came. The doctors said her kidneys were failing. Immediate dialysis or nothing. 150,000 naira needed. In 24 hours. Ken stood outside the hospital with one thing in his pocket, a cracked Android phone and 1,200 naira. His father had died when he was 12. That loss made him strong. But this felt like being stabbed in slow motion. He tried everything, called pastors, begged old classmates, even messaged a cousin in the UK who hadn't replied to him in 5 years. The silence from his contact list was louder than Lagos traffic. He even swallowed his pride and called Mr. Emeka the ogre, who used to mentor him, the same one who promised him business capital last year and vanished. Ah, Ken, I feel you. But things, no today. Like that now. Emeka's voice came through with fake concern. Try go one church. Maybe dem go do vigil for your mama? No help. Kena considered crime for the first time that night. Just a thought, but it came strong. How many Yahoo boys day this city? Way no get two heads? Chucks had once said. Now Ken was starting to understand. But deep down, he knew that path wouldn't save his mother. It'd bury her faster. He returned to the hospital early the next morning. Dr. Ayo gave him one last look. Her vitals are dropping. If nothing happens in the next few hours, you should prepare. Keen stood in the hallway shaking, watching other patients receive care because they could afford it. He went to work that evening like a ghost. The boutique's glass doors reflected his tired eyes and sweat-stained shirt. Ms. Lara, the elegant owner of the shop, spotted him immediately. Her usual sharp tone softened when she asked, "Ken, who died?" He almost didn't answer. She was his boss, not his friend, and definitely not someone he could beg. But something in her voice felt safe. "My mother," he whispered. She froze. Wait, she's dead? Not yet. And then, Kenneth told her everything in a voice that cracked and trembled, from the early death of his father to the cruel silence of friends, from the hospital bills to the thoughts he was afraid to say out loud. Lara said nothing. She turned away, picked up her phone, and walked into her office. Kane thought he'd crossed a line. Maybe he'd lose his job now too. 20 minutes later, she came back out. "Go to the hospital. Now." He blinked. "What?" "I said go. She's getting dialysis tonight." He ran. Didn't ask questions. Didn't say thank you. Just ran like his life depended on it because it did. At the hospital, the nurse confirmed it. Full payment made anonymously. Still panting, Keen stared at the ceiling, whispering, "God, was that you?" Days passed. Mama Ifeoma grew stronger, but something strange lingered. Lara didn't bring it up again. No one knew she'd paid. But then, things got more mysterious. Keen started receiving anonymous bank alerts, small amounts at first, then larger ones. Enough to feed, enough to start a side hustle. No names, just Angel. He was cautious. Maybe it was a scam. Maybe someone was toying with him. He started looking over his shoulder, watching his back. Then one day a brown envelope showed up on his doorstep. Inside, a contract. It offered funding for a small logistics startup. Full backing, no interest. Just one signature needed. He went numb. Who? Why? He took it to Lara. She smiled. "You said you wanted to be more than this job," she said. "Now's your chance." "You?" Keena gasped. "Why?" She shrugged. "You remind me of my brother. He died in the streets because no one helped him." That night, Keen cried like a baby. Not from pain, but from the terrifying power of mercy. Weeks later, while walking down Ojulegba Bridge with his now recovered mother, Chucks bumped into him. "Guy, I did hear say you get company now. You done hammer." Kane laughed. "Guy, I still dey manage, but I get people. That's all that matters. Lesson, In a city where nobody stops for a falling man, sometimes the person you least expect will be the one to break your fall. And sometimes, angels wear heels and run boutiques.